to do this yesterday, but my back was my back was hurting so bad that I had to rest because I was just not in a good place. But I feel much better now, and with that said, it's time. So, I just want to invite you guys. I just wanted to say hello and invite you guys to the semifinals of the Madden series in Season 7. So we got 2 games today, and this is going to set up the Super Bowl. So we have Indianapolis at the Rams, the Los Angeles Rams. And also, hey, what's up, Mr. P? And also, we have Tennessee at Seattle, and the winners of those 2 games will meet in the Super Bowl. All right. Before I go any further, let me just share this with a few people. And also, and there's also Joshua. All right, I was going to get you, but you're here, so. Well, Joshua, since you're the first person who is part of a team, would you like to go first, or would you like to let the other team go, or whatnot? I'm at work, but I'll be listening in the background, so you won't be speaking. Oh, not a problem. I get how that is, because I know that when I was working at my previous job, I really couldn't do much talking. All I could do was listen. So there you go. So no, it's cool. I'm cool with it. And hello, Tito. Okay. Making sure everything's good. All right, cool. Excuse me. I'm going to be in a few minutes, so have the other team go. Oh, you mean the other game go? Yes. Okay. Let me just get my pop-out chat and everything else. All right. Okay, so for the other game, it's going to be Tennessee at Seattle. So now, just to let those guys know. Okay. So this would be a good idea to get some snacks and drinks and stuff like that when a spot becomes available. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem given, well, I'll have to find, oh yeah, who's going to be out for the next, season, and then, like, based on, like, whether they've showed up or not, and I also have to take into consideration, like, those who have advanced very far, and not so much the one-and-done teams, unless I know that they won't come back, so it's always like that. Okay, so now to contact the likes of Super Mario Under. And also hello to Jamar Games and wait, where are you? Oh yeah. You're going to be featured in the second game, but do stay tuned and do hang out cuz we have 2 games today. But yeah, great to see you, man. Great to see Jamar and great to see Joshua. As I understand that Joshua is going to be back in just a little bit. Excuse me. Now, of course, I am doing this a bit earlier than I would like, but again, it's just so that, like, by the time I'm done, I'll have some time to rest and then get ready to go to work. So there's that. And plus, you could always ask me questions or talk to each other or whatnot. So it's no problem, my friends. Okay. But yeah, we have some. Oh, and Tito's going to go for the Seahawks. Okay, that's always a good choice there. Okay, let me just get Jose and JT Price, and then we'll get going. Well, and then I have to get the other team. But yeah, this is going to be a very hotly contested semifinals because there's some people that have never been this close before to the Super Bowl, and yet unfortunately half the field is going to get that chance. So that's what's at stake, really. Well, I am. Well, I may as well mention that this Sunday will be Game 2 of a best of 3 in the World Series on MLB The Show 21, and on Saturday I have yet to determine if I'll have that day all to myself or if there's something going on, but I will let you know as soon as I do. All right, now to let the people from Seattle know. Let me just let Biological know. All right. All right, so I'm just going to get bio. Of course, I know that it takes a while to contact people, but it is what it is, though. And also, you're watching Guardians of the Galaxy. That's a great movie, by the way. Uh, like the first one, most especially given the fact that I mean that kick-started a franchise and kick-started. Well, actually, it continues a franchise that already was going. I mean, there was already a Guardians of the Galaxy issue, but the franchise never really took off until that point. Also, hey, what's up, Clinton? Have to take a shower, so I will be listening in. Oh, not a problem. Speaking of which, I need to take a shower after this, so there you go. All right. All right, so let me get Arkham, Darius, and Crushing Kelly, and we're done. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is in production. I mean, it's pretty awesome the fact that Dave Bautista truly reinvented himself with the Guardians of the Galaxy because he credits that as well as his role in James Bond's I think it was called Spectre. Gotta head out for work soon, so be sure to watch the replay. Oh, not a problem. But yeah, the roles that he had in Spectre, well, in the James Bond series as well as the original Guardians of the Galaxy, he credits that as what saved his career. So, there you go. Okay. All right, and then Darius, and then we're almost done. So, like I said, this is a great opportunity to get a great opportunity to get some snacks and stuff like that. So, there you go. And finally, Crushing Kelly. Okay, now that we got that, now let's get to it. All right. Yes. Thankfully, I'm not using the what is it, the online features. So thankfully that's not required. Okay, so it is Tennessee at Seattle. Okay. And of course the rules will still be the same for the most part. 5 minutes per quarter. All right, and action. So good luck to Seattle and Tennessee. I'm on Seattle myself, so I mean, as much as I want to win, I just want the best team to win, really. But anything can happen, really. And I'm just gonna have a little. I have myself a protein drink. It's definitely helped with a bad back. I can tell you that for sure. Good drink there. And of course you get a good look at some of the big superstars that have graced the National Football League, the NFL. But while Cole will have to go to work, at least I know, we will see Joshua James and we will see Mopman, Remnant Elementor, Miles Stanley Ward, and they will take on Indianapolis with, well...
Today, from Lumen Field in Seattle.
And also, hey, what's up, Zach Walker?
This is the National Football League.
Great to see you, Mr. Zach Walker. So these are the two teams that upsetted their higher-ranked seeds, with Tennessee overcoming Baltimore and Seattle overcoming Cleveland.
The Seattle Seahawks taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto district of Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans.
All right, it's almost time. But yeah, it's great to see you, Mr. Zach Walker, and always good to talk with Tito and Jamar and whoever else comes on in. But yes, for Seattle, they won Season 2's Super Bowl in the Madden series, whereas Tennessee ended up winning the title a year later in Season 3. So these are two former Super Bowl champions, but yet only one of them is going to move on to the Super Bowl and possibly become a two-time champion in this series. Game underway. Here we are.
And off we go from Seattle.
All right, takes it out and gets all the way to the 27. Not a bad return. In fact, that was pretty good.
Seattle's offense ready to go here for the first time, and leading them is the 7-time Pro Bowler in his 10th year now in the NFL, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Nice throw and great catch there for 7 yards. And hey, what's up, Drum Monkey? And of course, the first reception goes to our good friend, Crushing Kelly. So anyway, what's up, Drum Monkey? And now I forgot what I was about to say. You know, it's kind of funny that Seattle has a 3-8 record. They have the second worst record in the NFC, but it pales in comparison. Or actually, no. The only thing that comes close to the worst record is the Lions' winless record, 10 losses and 1 draw. So I just find it funny that Seattle is in this position, though. But that's just how highly thought of the Seahawks were coming into this one. But anyway, how's everything going in your neck of the woods, Mr. Drum Monkey? And while you think about that, they hand it off. Oh, stays on his feet, but he cannot turn the corner. He manages only to get 1 yard out of that. Or actually, no, he lost a yard. Never mind. So far, Tennessee being able to shut it down. I mean, they allowed one first down, but they've done a great job stopping the run. At least on that exchange, they did.
Second and 11.
Second and 11 on the 36. 3.5 and counting.
Wilson.
And a catch.
Complete to Disley, the tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Good catch there by Disley. I've never heard of him, but now I know.
But now it's 3rd and 3, and while it's a manageable 3rd down conversion, we'll find out what Tennessee is going to do. It's been a little rough, but that's par for the course. Well, he gets the ball off, but he does not. He gets the ball off, does Wilson, but the guy who caught it was unable to turn the corner and lose 3 yards, unfortunately, for his team. And that's going to result in 4th and 7 in this case. Yeah, he is very decent. I just hadn't heard much of him going into this game. So that just tells you that, you know, Seattle, they have the parts to win, but of course, and while it helps to have, you know, Crushing Kelly and it helps to have Crushing Kelly out there as a wide receiver. You know, Seattle still needs a lot of help. I'm going to say that right now.
Leading them out. And the former Miami Dolphin had a career renaissance in 2019 with Tennessee and carried it over into 2020.
All right, so here comes Tennessee, who IRL is missing 3 of their biggest names, but here they're here. And Tannehill, nice catch, and a conversion, a big one for 20 yards. And A.J. Brown with a big catch. I'll tell you one thing, if Tennessee was able to stop the run, Seattle was unable to stop the pass right there. So that's a big conversion to start off. Good start off with good start for the Titans there. Yeah, he is having a great season. In fact,
One play has him to the 37
you know,
here
how do
for
I put this? I
first
mean,
and 10.
Tannehill not that long ago was thought of as a bust, but he finally came into his own.
This is Derrick Henry.
And the D train just running people down for 7 yards. And in fact, the D train, Derrick Henry, I mean, last game he put on, like, I'm not gonna lie, in the last game that he was on Madden, he had himself a Marshall Faulk-like performance. Not only running the ball, but also catching it and getting a receiving touchdown. So, yeah, Henry was a beast that day. And another first down for Tennessee. But yeah, just try to picture, you know, Derrick Henry pulling a Marshall Faulk. And also, hey, what's up, Arkham 500? We're on the field right now. Nice catch. Nice catch there by Josh Reynolds, and that's a second in inches. But anyway, how's everything going, Mr. Arkham? And of course, there you see Cuevas, number 79.
First down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Oh, you just got off of work. Okay. And the D train taking guys down, and oh, unfortunately for wrong button, he oh boy, wrong button just got hurt. The tight end for Tennessee, and if he goes down, that's going to make it much tougher for Tennessee to open up the passing game. Yeah, he's hurting. He's clutching that not the calf, but I'm pretty sure there's a proper name for it. I just can't remember it. But anyway, you just got off of work? Okay. Well, as always, it's great to see you, and hope everything's going well in Arkham Land.
Now, here's first and 10.
They hand it off to the D train, and this time they only get about a few yards. They only got 1 yard on that one.
So it's second and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle.
And of course, the guy that tackled him was your boy, or our boy, Arkham 500. So Arkham, of course, big and strong enough to stop the D train. Of course, Darius and yours truly, TJ Toad, is up in there. And now we have a flag, and I think that's going to be against Seattle. I think that was neutral zone infraction on oh, I'm sorry, offside, but still, that's still not good for Seattle. And that's the end of the first quarter.
On EA Sports.
Good drink. All right, so 23-yard line.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill.
And a completion. Great catch there by Julio Jones at the 6. Also, hey, what's up, Walter?
More yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-break.
How you doing, Walter?
Room in the middle of the field, and he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion.
Anyway, nice catch there by Julio Jones, who for many years caught under the, who for many years was catching many passes from Matt Ryan. All right, nice to hear that I miss playing foosball, and that was a bad throw. Anyway, I like how you get the crowd added in. Good stuff. But yeah, Drum Monkey, if you didn't know, you have some created guys to go with the in-game rosters in this game. So if you're interested, let me know. Also, hey, what's up, Blade Charge? Tannehill, nice catch. And it's Julio Jones that catches it, and it's a touchdown. Titans. Man, look at those dance moves. Look at that.
That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
And, of course, the coach for the Seahawks, not very happy with his defensive coordinator, just not being able to make any stops, not being able to pressure the quarterback, and not being able to make it much tougher than it should have been.
Now the extra point try forthcoming.
They kick it, and it's good.
7-0 Tennessee. So that one,
hey, Toad, do you remember the feud that Twitch wanted Mario Girl and Speranza to do, or hope we do? Oh, so we have a feud? Or rather, Mario Girl and Speranza duel? I'm up for it if that's what Twitch wants. I'll have to talk to him. It's just that I've been so busy and I had been just under a lot of physical pain, and that has more to do with my job. But again, it's one of those things where I have to just get used to it before it settles in. Also, hello to PBF Gamer, though.
This is DJ Reed returning.
Hey, TJ, stopping in to lend my support and share and leave a like. Not a problem, man.
Flag down. This could set him back.
He doesn't remember, I think. Oh. And that's a holding call against the Seahawks, so that's going to put him back to the 15. Okay, let me put your name on the wait list. And a nice catch, and wait, we have a flag. Hold that thought. And we have a face mask against Tennessee. And that was against Rashad Evans for the Titans. And that's going to put him at the 43. Yeah, that's not a good penalty. I mean, as bad as the penalty that Seattle had, Tennessee just gave it right back to them. But yeah, but whether you're in the lead or you're behind, you just cannot commit penalties like that. Yeah, 15 yards. 2nd and 1 at the 48. All right, so let me add your name.
What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The drummer.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Nice catch there.
Right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett.
Well, he tried earlier, but for some reason it did not show up. Oh, you mean like your messages in the chat not showing up for some reason? I don't know. I don't know what it is, though. Sometimes it always just boggles my mind as to, like, how is it that it's not working for you? Although, to be fair, it happens to some people, so you're not the only one. Wilson with a throw and a catch. And who else? Crushing Kelly Baker, number 17. Great catch by her. 2 receptions, 21 yards on her account.
No matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to the secondary target for a nice game. I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target.
And very good run there by Carson, his best run to date. 2nd and 2. Do people pick the teams they're on? Well, for the first 4 seasons, that's what people did. And then this and the previous 2 seasons, we had a draft. And then next season, we'll have a draft. Yeah, it might just be a YouTube problem, really. But yeah, next season, basically I went through the teams based on how they finished last year. I did the bottom 10 teams, then the next 10 teams, and now I'm doing the 8 teams that made it into the playoffs, but just missed out on the Final Four. And next Madden season, I will be doing the Final Four.
Second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
And yes, there will be a draft for that one. But then I just figured, all right, after that, then people can start picking the teams they want to be on. So I try to mix and match a little bit, if that makes sense.
First and 10.
And a bit off right there.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something.
But yeah,
out of it,
which teams are you hoping to get picked by? And what is your favorite team, if I may ask?
Here's second and 10.
Yes, this is very big for Seattle. They need this if they want to stay in this game.
Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf.
And a nice catch there by Donkey Kong Metcalf at the 2-yard line. Out of character, make sure you have the chat set to live chat and not top chat. Oh.
A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so that makes sense then.
First and goal. Now Wilson.
He gets out, and he gets the touchdown. Great run there by Russell Wilson. Chicago Bears. Oh yeah, I guess now would be a good time to mention the 4 teams that will be featured, and this is based on how they finished in last year, not this year, but last year.
What a scramble for a touchdown.
So I'll just type it in the chat.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Not you, TJ, but some messages miss in the top chat. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, those are the 4 teams that are going to be featured. So, and I have 40 players on hand, so each team is going to have 10 players. So there might be some outliers. So, and if that's the case, I will let you guys know. But those are the 4 teams that will be featured for next season. And then after that, it will be the free agent market, and that's where we're going to have. But yeah, Chicago Bears do, but the Chicago Bears do have a rich history. But sadly, they haven't won anything since the '85 Bears did.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
All right, so it's a tie game, 7-7. And they'll have to start at the 22 is Tennessee.
Coming back onto the field for their second drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster.
Nice throw, and manages to get by, and a first down.
Going into the half.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
And Ron Button, whose leg was hurt, now has come back, so he's feeling a little bit better.
He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Though, based on what you said, I have a feeling you don't want to play for Green Bay. I know that.
Come up on 1st and 10. And now before this first down play,
yes, that is true. You guys made it to the Super Bowl, but you lost to Manning and the Colts. Yeah, I remember that one. And it was a rainy day that day for Miami, and that was before they put on that huge roof at what is now called Hard Rock Stadium. So that day it was raining. And wow, nice catch there by A.J. Green, and a timeout by Tennessee.
As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Okay, so definitely Green Bay's off the table. I'd imagine you would rather play with someone that is either out of your conference or just something, or a team that you might want to play for. But I knew Green Bay was off the table. I knew that just based on what you said. And Ryan Tannehill just got chased. And Brooks, not Josh Brooks, but Jordan Brooks. Nice sack there, chasing Tannehill, making him retreat.
He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down.
Yeah, he zeroed in on him, and he got him.
Big loss.
Great play there by Jordan Brooks. 13 yards lost. Yeah, great rush there by Brooks. Well, now Seattle has started to turn the tide a little bit. If you're Tennessee, you got to find a way to get it back in. However, 15 seconds left to go in the game, or in the half, I should say. Excuse me. And wow, he dropped it.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And there was a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Also, there you see Darius, number 93. Darius, who, of course, has been featured in Crushing Kelly's show. And Tannehill, possibly the last play of this half, throws it away, and he does. So there's 5 seconds left, and that's only good enough for a punt away. So for Tennessee, that was their worst offensive sequence, and for Seattle, that was their best defensive sequence there. There you see me, number 53, TJ Toad. Oh, what? They're going to go for it.
The final shot here before the break. Tannehill looking deep,
and he's going to launch it, but it goes out of bounds. I'm still at work. I'm at work. Okay.
So touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you eastward.
All right, so 7-7 it is at the end of the half.
Halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman.
At
Take
halftime.
it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports.
Yeah, and as you can see,
report.
Russell was able to escape and run it in himself. And then for Tannehill, he was able to get to, I believe that was Julio Jones. And as a result, it is a tie game.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back.
I always love QB. You played defensive end IRL. Okay. Of course, with only 4 teams being featured for next year, you could very well play defensive end, but we'll see what happens. Okay. But I will put that on my in the back burner there.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7.
And then Drum says hello to Blade Charge. All right, so Tennessee will start out with it.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And nice return there by J.T. Price.
The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't put anything close to our best in the first half, so...
And Henry with a couple of dips and dabs, and let's see, he gets 6 yards on that one, so second and 4.
And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 30 on second down.
And a completion to A.J. Brown. Tannehill was able to escape and get a pass off to Brown, and Brown caught it. And a first down at the 41.
Routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. First and 10
and they fake the handoff, and wow, barely, and I mean barely, he gets it off before he gets sacked.
What are your keys as we continue
so
the second half?
Nice throwaway there by Tannehill, but now it's 2nd and 10. Used to have a great arm, not the strongest, but accurate beyond belief. Well, okay, well that's a good description there of your QB.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down.
And Tannehill, is he going to run? He's going to run it, and he's going to throw. And wow, what a catch there!
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Wow, just nice run. And then finding the open man in Reynolds. And just like that, they are at the 24-yard line, past halfway.
All the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
I mean, that was just a great play by Tannehill and a heads-up play indeed, as Drum Monkey put it.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing again.
And Tannehill, a completion and touchdown, Tennessee. By Julio Jones, and that's his 2nd one today. 8-man football is the hardest.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd
and wow, nice little nod to Tim Tebow with the Tebow.
Defense to preserve that lead. Now for the point after.
I mean, I suppose it's hard just for the fact that it's 3 fewer men, I guess.
That time,
it sounds hard.
Drive, 5 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown.
But it was a nicely done run there by Tennessee, and now it'll be up to It'll be up to the Seahawks to answer back, is what I was trying to say. I can't talk. Yes, this is tight, but now Seattle is down again, and they're going to have to answer back again.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Reed returning.
Nice return there by Reed as he gets to the 26, so that's where we'll start.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
100-yard field, less players,
deep breath, don't you think?
And the most players play multiple positions.
Catch up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early.
And nice catch and forced out of bounds. I couldn't see who that was.
The game there, 2nd down.
But the fact that you played quarterback, running back, tight end, offensive line, defensive tackle, defensive end, linebacker, and safety. Wow. I mean, because Clinton coming into this season, he was on the Cleveland Browns, and he was a punter and kicker. And Russell Wilson going to run.
He does have the first down.
Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. He does not have the first down. He has 3rd and inches. But yeah, that's kind of like the old school football back when, back when players used to play both on offense and defense. And that was before they started doing specialist roles. Yeah, it seems like that. Special teams was your rest period.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the
anyway, nice first down. And nice catch. I couldn't see who that was. That was Luckett. Great catch there by Luckett. Or Lockett, excuse me.
First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Oh. And they hand it off.
Carson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half.
All right, so
accurate.
2nd
That
and
line
5.
has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Just checking up on
focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They go back
And they
to
pitch
Carson
back.
here on second.
But
This
that
time
did not
they're
work,
running for him as they'll stop him right
as
off
the
line
Titans
of
were prepared for
scrimmage.
that, and that'll
It'll go down as
cause a loss of
2-yard
2
loss,
yards.
and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run
So
game.
Seattle in a
Case
bit
in
of
point
trouble
right
here
there.
because they got to move the chains here. Shoot the J, shoot it.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Wilson. This
Nice
one
catch.
in the hands of Metcalf.
Gets away from one tackle but cannot avoid the other, and they're going to fall short at 4th and 3.
As that leads us to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though
All
it
right,
was
so 4th
complete.
and 3. Big decision. Do you go for it?
Now here's Michael
No, they
Dixon,
don't.
as he'll punt it
They're going
away
to play
for
it
the
safe
second
and
time.
hope that their defense can stop them and get the ball back. He kicks it away,
And no return here.
and
Where
they'll
will
mark
they
it
spot
at the
They
22-yard
say
line.
Just outside the 20-yard line. The time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency.
So 1st and 10.
Making sure it gets
Just
to the right
feed
people. No
King
errors,
Henry, yeah.
right? Not
They
turning
should,
it over
although
and just
they'll
doing
just go
all the
to
right
Julio
things.
Jones and they'll just feed him another touchdown, and that's it. You were saying, Clinton? They're just going to feed Jones instead, and he's going to feast on yet another touchdown. He's got a hat trick of receiving touchdowns,
Obviously quite a performance.
as
And most
does
of the time when we talk about
Tannehill
someone
with
putting the team
passing
on their back,
with a
I
hat
think we're
trick
talking
of
about a guy who runs the
touchdowns.
football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done
Man,
exactly that.
it's like one and done,
Leading
man.
his team right now towards victory.
And then Clinton says, I want them to run out the clock, which is not a bad idea. But yeah. But when you just scored like that, I could see why. But yeah, that could have easily also been intercepted too, and that could have backfired on them. But they got it, so no harm, no foul. But for Seattle, not looking good. Zone defenses are not good to run against Brown and Jones. Well, apparently not, because they just gave up a touchdown, and they were already down before, but now the deficit has doubled.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Reed. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league,
They hand it off, and, well, that time they just, wow, I'll tell you what, Seattle just cannot get anything going with the run. They have not been able to get consistent, they haven't been able to get consistent running, and as a result of the inconsistent amount of yards, they just haven't been able to get much, if anything.
especially as we get deeper in the game.
I can't wait for the Colts to play. Yeah. Now Seattle, they definitely need to get going, and Russell Wilson's going to run
they'll slide to a halt.
So far, the only person doing well with the running game is the quarterback.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break.
Yeah, thank you for handling that.
The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson.
Thank you very much, Clinton. We do not need to see that. For those who don't have a wrench, you don't need to see it. You don't need to see what the spammer was trying to do. Anyway, now 4th and 4, and Seattle. I mean, nice catch there by Baker, but Price was there to stop her.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
4th and 4.
Here we go. It's Wilson on
and
4th
what?
down.
Intercepted!
And it's intercepted.
And it's intercepted by who else? Jose Blanco. And if I'm not mistaken, that's only his 2nd interception ever.
Well, I guess
great play there by Jose Blanco.
It's an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot.
Look at that. 4 receptions, 125 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
We get a peek at Julio Jones now. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now, they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade?
All right, so now they just run it, and they get 3 yards on that one.
Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Yeah, not a very good game for Seattle, and
good thought. Gotta figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the
I will say this: Tennessee,
ever been used, they come into play for the
they
guys on offense.
barring a choke, barring a miracle,
of ending up winning this game.
they're going to be going to the Super Bowl pretty soon. They hand it off to the D train. He gets away, and he keeps going and almost gets there, but he falls at the 13. I'll tell you what, King Henry, just what more can I say about Derrick Henry? I mean, he had himself a Marshall Faulk game against Baltimore. This time around, he's having a more traditional game, but it's really Julio Jones that's having the best game, along with Tannehill.
About where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage,
I mean, last time it was the D train against the J train. The J train being Jay Vertis, who himself is a Super Bowl champion in his own right. But he didn't have to deal with Derrick Henry, or rather his team didn't.
Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
They hand it off.
It's Henry.
And you may as well put it. You may as well put the game on ice because it's done.
Derrick Henry, a 9-yard touchdown run.
Stick a fork on him. So Tennessee gets the job done as the D train. King Henry gets the job done, and what more can I say about it? They're going to the Super Bowl.
And they push the lead up to 3 scores here in the
But like I said,
and I don't see them looking back.
But like I said,
now the extra
at this point, it's not looking good. In fact, I think it is done. That's a wrap.
He knocks it through.
So even if Seattle scores, they'd have to score really quickly to have any sort of chance. But with the amount of time they have, they don't have a lot. Of course, we still have the game between the Rams and Indianapolis. Now, Tennessee coming into this coming into this season 7, they were the second lowest seed, ahead of only Indianapolis, and Indianapolis is still in the hunt. And we'll get to see them after this game take on the last, or rather the highest remaining seed in the Los Angeles Rams.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
So really what will happen between the Rams and Indianapolis, it will just simply determine who gets to be the, quote, home team and who will be the road team after that as well. Nice catch, and they get about 8 yards on that one.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Okay.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing again on second down.
And a very bad off throw there.
At this point
So
in the game,
3rd and 2.
They've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Draw play. This is Carson.
And Carson, nice run there.
First down at about the 38. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Nice catch there, and that is, who caught that one? Crushing Kelly. So far, Crushing Kelly has been the best player on Seattle. Unfortunately, they just have been outmatched, outplayed by the Tennessee Titans.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
And a misfire though.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. There's Wilson to throw.
And, whoa, nice pass deflection there.
Knocked down and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To throw again is Wilson. And he's going to have another first
And
down
nice
as
catch
the
there.
tackle is made at
Sorry
the
if I
Titans'
haven't
16.
talked much. Someone just messaged me, so I'm just messaging them back.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers.
But still in bounds. Yeah, that just keeps the clock running. Okay, now that I finished sending a message there, and he had it, but he couldn't hold on to it, so an incompletion with 3rd and 5.
Complete pass we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his
and
team.
Russell Wilson, well, intercepted, and that's gonna keep him at 7 points as Fulton gets himself an interception as well.
Another costly turnover, their second of
I mean, great timing there by Fulton. Christian Fulton with a great catch and interception, and the Titans will just simply take over and probably.
It's football. Exactly. They named a game for it. Take care of it.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. But Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Run up the middle. They have their timeouts. Yeah, that's right. They still have those timeouts, but let's see what Seattle's going to do with those. They'll just run it. And he gets to the 27-yard line. They're not going to use their timeouts, are Seattle, so it's kind of, they're at that point where it's pointless to do so. And that's it. Tennessee moves on to the Super Bowl.
Victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime,
it was tied going into the second half, but a big second half by the Titans put it away for good. Anyway, I have a good sports birthday. Ken Griffey Jr., Troy Aikman, Michael Strahan, even Sid Luckman, Bears QB that threw 7 touchdowns in a game. Oh, you know what? I have to try. I have not thought of that. I really haven't. Even when you stuff Henry, he still adds a few yards. Yes, he does. Oh, okay, so the feud was that Melissa or Speranza would get jealous of the other success, which since Speranza has a title, it would be, I think you meant to say Melissa, you're getting mad at Speranza and it would cause some bad blood. Yeah, only thing is, Melissa's not that kind of is not known as a jealous person, or if she is, she definitely doesn't show it. You know. And of course, we're just talking about Melissa and Speranza, not just in Blue Toad Wrestling, but also on Ignite Pro Wrestling, which is the Broken Twitches show. All right, well, let's take a look at some of the stats before we get on to our next game. So, yeah, Russell Wilson with his worst game ever. 2 interceptions and a completion percentage, which is not that good. Neither is Tannehill's, but he has 3 touchdowns. So that accounts for a lot, and a lot more yards to boot. But let's not fool ourselves. I mean, this guy right here, Derrick Henry, 11 rushes for 76 yards and a touchdown. Wilson has himself a touchdown, but that was the only one that the Seahawks got. But then you have Julio Jones with 4 receptions, 125 yards, and 3 touchdown receptions. So, yeah, you really cannot beat that. You really can't. And, of course, Derrick Henry, I think he was targeted, but he didn't get that one. Oh, hey, there. So for defense, I mean, you have You have Christian Fulton with an interception. And then, let's see, where is he? And then Jose Blanco also had an interception, too. So those are the two big plays from the defensive end. Yeah, Seahawks need a lot of help. In fact, IRL, that's what they need. Because the Seahawks, as I mentioned before, they have the second worst record in the National Football Conference, ahead of only the Lions, who are winless this year so far. IRL. So yeah, the Seahawks are now a bottom team. I never would have thought that I would say that, coming into the IRL season, that the Seahawks would be at the bottom, but unfortunately they are. I will go to get traded to the Dolphins, LOL. Or the Jaguars. Well, I don't think... Well, that's not going to be a problem, Mr. Walker, but I'll explain more about that as we get to it. Okay, so next up, we have the Rams. And they will host the Colts. Again, that's because the Rams have the higher seed, and Indianapolis is the lowest seed overall. Anyway, sad about Henry. Firmly believed he would have broken the single season, the season rushing record, especially with the extra game. Yeah, he probably would have. But that the problem is that they haven't been able to build around Henry and have at least a complementary back to go with him. And not only that, they relied a bit too much on Henry and not relied enough on their wide receivers. And when they did, the wide receivers that they did have, like Brown and Julio Jones, like when they lost those two guys, it just made it much tougher for Tannehill to be able to do anything, especially against the top-tier defenses there. Okay, so with that in mind, we have Jamar, who's on the Colts, and I believe Joshua, who is on the Rams. So that's two people I don't need to call for, but I will call the others. So let me just get Mobman and Cole. Well, actually minus Cole because Cole's at work. He does not need one. They just need to use a simple passing game for Ryan. Yeah, that's something else. Yeah, that's what they need. Just inconsistent passing from Tannehill at times. So, okay. Okay. All right, so let me get Elmeister and the others. And of course, for some of you, this would be a good idea to go get some snacks and stuff like that. Okay. We get... oh yeah, Mopmen. Let me get him. Let me just get Mobman and let's see, who do we have next? Oh yeah. Okay, anything short of a real strong start and we might pull through. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, let me get I'm just contacting Greg, and then let me get Diamond Light. So yeah, you have Joshua and you have Jamar at the current moment. And to think one of you is going to make it to the Super Bowl. And that's the sad part, is half the field is going to the Super Bowl. And half of that is going to win it. So, that's just what happens, though. Sandwiches with a bottle of sparkling water. Oh. Okay. Oh, hey, how's it going, Bree? I believe that's the artist form. The artist form. I don't know if you're still called Outcast, but if you're not called Outcast, the artist formerly known as Outcast. So how's it going, Bree? Okay. Let me get Najee, who of course is our Blue Toad Wrestling World Champion. Yes, Outcast. Well, oh no, wait, that's Blaycharge who said that. I mean, but then it's been a long time since Outcast has, that Bree has been here. Outcast is a stage name. Bree is just a person. Well, Outcast or not, great to see you. If TJTV, yeah, well, I don't think highly of myself to just do that. Anyway, let's see, who am I forgetting? Oh yeah, that's right. Back to the Rams. I already have Joshua. I got Mob. I just need to get Remnant and MSW. And then finally, Remnant Elementor. Okay, there we go. And also, Jose, you missed your game. What's up? Anyway, good to see Jose here, but thank you very much for coming in. All right, so now that I contacted everybody that I need to contact, it's time for the main event. I don't know why. I just like how Mark Henry does it. With when he's on Rampage doing the interview. Whenever he interviews the two people or two sides that are going to be in the main event and whatnot. Well, anyway, so yeah, Jose, if you want to go back and check out what happened, you're more than welcome to. Anyway, rules are still the same. Okay, let me put it over here. And of course, they are in a stadium, so I don't need to choose the weather, thank goodness. Yes, the Colts will be hard, but I will say this, whoever does win this is going to earn it. But just know that even if you get past the Colts, it's really the Tennessee Titans you're going to have to worry about, especially with King Henry. But first things first, you got to take care of business, and the time is now. So let's do it. So good luck to Joshua. But yeah, last time it came down to the final minute in which the Rams scored a late game touchdown to take the lead, a lead that the Rams would not relinquish by that point. He's had a lot of experience to share to the new generation. Agree or disagree?
Today.
Oh, he hasn't looked better. What do you mean hasn't looked better? As in he's better now than he was when he was actively wrestling? But yeah, without question, he does have a lot of experience to share, so I agree with that part. But here comes Jamar and Joshua for their teams. The Los Angeles Rams.
The Indianapolis Colts.
And the Colts. You have two of some of the older teams that have been in the league for a long, long time.
We've got a good one on tap here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Rams.
Now the Colts are a team that, for the most part, has been successful pre-Super Bowl, as has the Rams. Now, of course, the Rams have won the championship in for the 1999 season, and the Colts would end up winning it about 7 years later, I believe. Yeah, 7 years later. Oh, no, wait. 6 years, I think. No, wait. 7. Yeah, 7. The Hall of Pain is his best run. Yeah, I definitely agree that his Hall of Pain was the best run of his career. But from a happiness standpoint, yeah, he's never looked better. So yeah, from a happiness standpoint, he's doing pretty well. Anyway, nice return there by Funk. No relation to Terry Funk. But here comes Matthew Stafford.
His first season with Los Angeles.
And what big news it was back in January when news leaked out that Matthew Stafford was leaving Detroit and heading out west to join.
So there you see Stafford alongside Miles Stanley Ward.
He's the missing piece to the puzzle as they seek a Super Bowl title.
And apparently Drum Monkey's not a fan of the Colts. Nice catch, and good, and that's good for 5 yards, and goes out of bounds to stop the clock.
5 to 8 years, which would take him into his 40s. I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game.
So let me double check my phone. I always have to check my phone to see if someone's trying to contact me or anything like that.
I think so. It gets everyone involved.
Okay, cool. All right, not a problem.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Pat McAfee. Yeah, I've heard of Pat McAfee, and I understand that he is he's a larger than life personality. Shared left to left, not a problem. PPF. Nice catch, and well, he doesn't get very far after that catch. Does Woods?
There, but Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allowed a completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game.
All right, so 2nd and 4.
He's feeling like he can do
and intercepted! And this could be, I believe, touchdown! 49 yards by Leonard. Wow!
The defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
A pick 6 from out of nowhere.
But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big time play and a great way.
I'm not sure where he was throwing it to, but that was not a good. That was not good by Stafford, without question. There.
The game getting the ball 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Well, yeah, that caught me off guard too, but well, now Los Angeles is going to have to rebound and put that behind them because, yeah, not good to start off with. I mean, the game's not over, though, but the crowd has gotten quiet. And Elmeister hasn't even thrown a pass yet. All right. Brock Lesnar failed at the NFL. Imagine if they did an XFL games with previous talent that become wrestlers. I really wouldn't. You know, it's like, I mean, if there was one football player that I wouldn't mind being a DLC for a WWE game, I would go with Robert the Refrigerator Perry. You know, because he was big, and he did have a match at WrestleMania 2 in that NFL World Wrestling Federation Battle Royal at the time. At least Devin Hester returned the opening kick, and that season was magical until we started Rex Grossman and not Kyle Orton. Anyway, nice run there by Miles Stanley Ward.
Back in sync as a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
5 yards remain on second down.
All right, so at the 32, 2nd and 5. The Cowboys play the Saints tonight on Fox. And nice catch to their tight end, Cooper Kupp.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there.
XFL video game with WWE wrestlers. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that too. But it's just too bad that the XFL came at a very bad time.
Nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And what? Fumble! And wait, who got it? No, wait, we have a flag. Let's see what happens there. Hey, what's up, Najee? And wait, what happened here? A legal block in the back.
This will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Okay, so while the Rams do get the ball back,
From the gun, here's Stafford.
Nice catch. Has to go back, and he falls short.
Won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew
Refrigerator was great. Lawrence Taylor, I imagine, could have made it into a DLC if not for the off the field issues. Yeah, that's probably why not very many people know about him outside of the football circles, really. And it's just too bad because, for his time, there was a time when he was thought of highly. Anyway, there's also my good friend Najee, number 22. So now the Rams will have to punt it away. And it's going to be up to their defense to get it back. Oh, avoids a couple of tackles and a takedown.
Well, a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense.
All right, so now it's time for the Elmeister.
We get a glance here at their leader.
Anyway, what's up, Najee? Looking forward to LTD later tonight. I look forward to it too. But there's a good chance I might miss a good chunk of it, being that I'll be at work by that point. I'll try to catch as much as I can. And nice takedown.
And still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about.
All right, so now it's up to Joshua, Remnant, and Mottman. Remnant Elementor, number 59. It's going to be up to the enforcers to lay the hammer down.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
Good run there by Taylor, who had himself a great game against the Saints last time that they were featured. There you see Jamar, number 89. Diamond Light, number, I think that was 18. I couldn't see his name, or his number, I should say.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
Oh, wrestle sense before wrestling? A fake handoff. Although Elmeister gets away from a tackle and is forced out of bounds.
Right at midfield. Really good effort.
The Rock owns it though, and as a former player, I believe he will treat it right. Oh. See, I wasn't sure about like I didn't know what Bree was talking about. It was like, oh yeah, that's right. He did put a stake in it, but I hope that for the players and for the people that work there, that they can recoup.
It goes right out the window.
But yeah, great scramble there by Elmeister. Now they hand it off to Taylor, and very good run there by Taylor as he gets 9 yards on that, 2nd and 1.
But a nice carry. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You seriously need to sign Kyle in Twitchy. Kyle would be great at defense. Oh, you mean in this series? And, well, they stopped the run again. Back-to-back stops. I hope he will do a good job, though. His investment group, he and his wife, and they're... Oh, okay, yeah.
Wouldn't have been much of a problem, but apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, okay. See, I did have Kyle, but I haven't seen Kyle, like, on the show consistently. Same thing with Twitch to a degree. I mean, at least he comes in and says hello, but not really consistently enough to where I can be like, oh yeah, I can put him in the show. So, and now we have a flag. What's this?
Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
And a false start against the Colts. Like I said, it's never good to commit penalties. Even if you're ahead, you don't want to do that. All right, so 3rd and 7. And intercepted! Intercepted, and Kenny Young, not Kyle Young. Kenny Young with an interception, and now the Rams have a chance to get back in this as they got the ball back as we go into the end of the first and start the beginning of the second. Or as we start the second, excuse me. They hand it off, and nice move there by Henderson. Get a couple of yards, make it manageable. 2nd and 5. So the Rams got the ball back on an interception.
Fires up offensive linemen. When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Stafford. Well, a nice catch there by Cooper Kupp, but what's the flag for?
Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
And I believe that's a roughing the passer against DeForest Buckner. Yeah, not a good penalty, as that's going to give him an automatic 1st down.
Back to throw, Stafford.
Nice catch. Good job there by Cooper Kupp. I should be catching your streams more frequently. YouTube has a ton of my notifications off. You were one of them. Oh, okay, so that's probably... Okay. I always wondered, is Bree George a fan of American football? I'll let you answer that. But they hand it off, and he does not get the 1st down. Nice stop there by number 53. That would be Leonard, the same guy that got the interception.
But the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers.
I played rugby from... I was offered a place on the under-20s team for the Welsh team. Hand egg.
On the ground with Ward. And he's going to get the 1st down.
And do they get the 1st down? They got it. Just barely, though.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Anyway, good enough run to at least get the 1st down. For a moment, I thought he did not have it, but he had enough forward progress to get it. So, a new set of downs, and at the 23. So on offense, you have the center, Cole.
First down throw, Stafford.
And then you also have the running back, Miles Stanley Ward. And the rest of the team on offense are the base players. Basketball. Also, hello to Mythic Legends Wrestling, aka Greg Harris. And as you can see, your team is ahead. Although you can thank your defense for that, as it was Leonard on defense for Indianapolis that picked off, that got an interception and took it back for a pick six, or a touchdown as they call it.
Here's 2nd and 9.
A defensive touchdown. All right, 2nd and 9.
Here's Stafford.
Gets a completion,
To his tight end, Higbee.
but well covered.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This drive,
I really hope Stafford would get a ring with the Rams. He's a heck of a player. Detroit, like Chicago, is ran by idiots. They had Calvin Johnson and they ruined him into retirement. Yeah, definitely. And then Jose's hugging LD. Robert Quinn has been slaying it, though.
On 3rd down, Stafford.
Nice catch.
Middle complete. That's Hopkins.
And a nice catch there by Hopkins as they get to the 4-yard line, so it's 1st and goal. And the 2-minute warning.
On the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
You summoned me, TJ, so I assume my game is here. Yes, you are. As you can see, your teammate on defense, Leonard, got himself a pick six, and that's why your team is ahead right now.
Now Stafford.
Stafford. Touchdown, Rams.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Robert Woods with a nice catch. Got himself open, and Los Angeles is an extra point away from tying it right here. Hey, what's up, Diamond Light? Okay, so to catch up Diamond Light on speed, well, your teammate on defense for Indianapolis, Leonard, got a pick six. They took the lead 7-0, and then okay, so now they're challenging to see if the receiver had possession of the ball. So this is going to be close here.
How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully...
So we're going to find out if it is good.
That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Okay, so it is good. Kicks it. And it's good. So now it's a 7-7 game. Baba Booey. Yeah, but LA has money. Anyway, if you could use your your own team with your own logo, would you sign for an all-star team? Maybe, but I think the closest thing to that is going to be next season. And you'll see what it is in just a moment, though. Can I get a Mick pick six? Ba-da-da-da-da! You're Mick loving it. No.
So I'll leave it at
they have one already.
They kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line.
All right, so now the Colts. Nice takedown.
30-27. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense.
Nice return there by Rodgers, and now here comes Elmeister, who unfortunately already has a pick.
Make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now.
Yes.
So you're not protecting the lead, so you're not playing that way.
And nice completion. Almost got picked off again, but only good enough for 4 yards.
They'll contain him to just
Boise needs a team.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position.
I would probably move out the Chargers only because the Rams are a bit more established in LA. Just saying.
Second and
Okay.
6. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines.
There.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. And
Yeah.
at his size, he's a smaller back.
Okay, that is not cool, man. Seriously.
Get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
And while we were dealing with this troll, we got a first down, I believe. Yes, we did.
That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
All right, so 1st and 10.
Back to throw now on first
And
down.
a small throw.
Set up the screen to Hines.
They go for a screen pass, but they don't get very many yards on that one. But they get 4, so not bad.
Any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball.
Second slipped through somehow.
Gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed, and the defense able to rally to him. And hold
All
him
right,
for
so
just a short
timeout taken by the Colts. 7-7 is the tie, or is the score, excuse me.
Halftime.
Yeah, exactly.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Back to throw again.
And nice catch.
Quickly here, and that's complete.
Nice completion there and a timeout.
Of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
And as I mentioned before, the sad thing is, and nice catch there by Diamond Light as he gets 13 yards. But anyway, as I was about to say, the sad thing is half the field is going to make it to the Super Bowl.
So from the 36
and it's either going to be
now,
Indianapolis with Elmeister, Diamond Light, and Najee, and Jamar Games, or the Rams with Joshua James, Remnant Elementor, Mobman, and Miles Stanley Ward, among others. And by the way, Najee, you're a defensive player, so I don't know if you knew that.
Not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Yeah.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Nice catch.
Harris over the middle.
And that was, I believe that was Greg Harris. Great catch there by Greg Harris.
The Colts on the march. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where
All right, so 3rd timeout taken with 16 seconds left. So now the Rams are backed up a little bit, so they'll have to. So now it's going to come down to whether they can stop Indianapolis from scoring before the half comes to an end.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Oh, I see. Give the ball to my brother. Oh, I thought you said me, but wait, did he catch it?
Touchdown, Colts.
Wait a minute. Did he get into the end zone? Did Greg Harris, a.k.a. Mythic Legends Wrestling, who's in the chat, get that in? Let's find out.
Almost perfect drive as they chew up.
Let's take a look at the replay.
End up scoring late in this first half.
He caught it. Now, wait a minute. Did the ball break the plane?
So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Now Blankenship.
And it looks like I guess it was good.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7.
Well, now it's a 14-7 game, but
so this drive spans 7 plays, and the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't even know if he broke the plane or not. I mean, of course, Najee and Diamond are going to say, yeah, we'll take it, but now it's up to LA to tie it back again. Hockey is the best, though. As a matter of fact, I did get NHL 22, so yeah, I did get that recently.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
All right, so the Rams have 7 seconds to try to tie it before the half.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
So they hand it off.
On the ground to run that clock.
And
push his way forward for a few.
Nope, they were unable to get a timeoff off. They were able to get a timeout off, so that's the end of the half.
As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. All right, Brandon, thanks very much.
Yeah, I mean, I would have thought at least give us
the EA Sports halftime report.
I would have thought, at least give us a replay, Now, of course, there's no need for the replay when it comes to that pick-6 touchdown that Leonard scored. But still, I would have thought at least we would have gotten a review or something just to see what just to see if indeed he broke the plane. But I would feel terrible for Joshua, but on the other hand, I really wouldn't want Joshua to feel terrible because, this is not the first controversial call that has happened. I remember one time the Steelers lost a game when the referees called a touchdown when it should not have been, in favor of their opponents at the time, the Atlanta Falcons. So yeah, I think it has more to do with how WWE just used him and just made him look into, they just had him act,
The Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter.
Well, now the Colts have the ball with the lead, so it's going to be important to see if the Rams can get the ball back or even force a turnover. If that's the case, that's what they'll need. Or Elmeister can just throw not interceptions, incompletions, and it would make it much easier then. But yeah, what kind of throw was that by Elmeister? Sadly, my Bears will be leaving Chicago. They will end up in Arlington Heights, probably solely based on the fact that they can't do anything to the land around Soldier Field. And that went fumbled. Oh, but the Colts were able to recover it. So 3rd and 5.
A lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third
quarter
as well.
The Rams they caused the fumble, but they couldn't get it back.
Sometimes we overdo
or they couldn't
when we
get
talk
it.
about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard.
And it was okay. So Elmeister dropped it, but it was number 62 of the Colts that recovered it. So Indianapolis still has the ball, but now it's a 3rd and 5.
But now they face a 3rd down.
Big play here.
Looking to throw.
Elmeister has to throw it away. It's incomplete.
So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead.
So Los Angeles will get the ball back.
Another touchdown was scored there. Now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt.
All right, so the punter. And where's this going to land? Well, they get it to the 24. So great kick, great jamming there by Indianapolis to limit them to the 24-yard line, and that's where they're going to start. Also, what's up, Brandon? You missed your game earlier. So if you want to go check it out, you're more than welcome to. But now it's time.
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now
and
let's get the momentum back on our side.
Nice throw there by Stafford to Deshaun Jackson when he was still with the Rams. I'm surprised that the Raiders were able to snap up Jackson, and he looked really good in that Thanksgiving game against the against the Cowboys, and the fact that we were able to win, that just goes to show. That would be Madden 20, by the way, Diamond, but close enough. Anyway, 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun.
And a completion to Cooper Kupp and a first down.
7 catches for him now in this last
Good.
one.
So far, great. Or actually, that was Tyler Higbee who caught that, but never mind. Also, hello to JWE Josh Brooks. What's up, man? Lately, he's been burning the midnight oil with a lot of stuff that he's been putting out. Has JWE.
On first down at Stafford.
Stafford, completion.
Throw, it's Higbee.
And it was Higbee, and he gets forced out of bounds. That'll stop the clock.
A gain of 6 there on first.
So 2nd and 4. So far, so good, but I don't want to speak too soon on that.
He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make
had a feeling that the Titans would blow out the Seahawks. Well, it was tied going into the half, but the Titans just blew it away. Or blew them away, I should say. Nice catch there by, I couldn't see who that was. I think that was, I know that was not, that was Robert Woods who caught that. All right. Other than that pick 6, our defense is not doing well.
Stafford now to throw.
And that was a bad throw there.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
All right, 2nd and 10.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Yep, that's what Najee and the rest of his guys got to do to Stafford. Completion to Deshaun Jackson, and he only gets a couple of yards on that one. So 3rd and 4.
Again, it's
Stafford gets a pass off, and Henderson, does he get enough yards to do it? Oh, 4th and inches. You cannot get any closer than that. Now the question is, do you go for it? Part of me says yes, but on the other hand, tough call here. 4th and inches.
For just a short gain.
Yes, they have. In fact, last game they were down, but then a huge Hail Mary pass was answered, and that's what got them into this game here. They're going to go for it. They got it, and a little more. Good job there by Munt. I don't think we've seen Munt before, so good run by him. They did go for it, and they did, and they got it. All right, so 1st and 10 at the 30.
To throw is Stafford.
Stafford has to throw it away.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Ball on the
2nd and 10.
Come up 2nd and 10.
They'll have to get some yards here, or get a big play. They run it, and Henderson, I'm not sure why you would take the cut back to the middle. But anyway, 3rd and 5.
Play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to
Yeah,
accomplish what they did
I've never seen Munt before.
They had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak.
He's probably the 2nd string running back or a 3rd string running back, but he came in and he did pretty well. So, yeah, I never heard of him until just now. Anyway, 3rd and 5. Big conversion here. Stafford. And that was, I don't know why you would throw it there, especially when you're not even close to first down.
That's a good job there creating the contact.
I mean, good job there by Indianapolis, but yeah, not a good throw there.
Set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
So now what's the call? He had an open man. Yeah, there probably was an open man. I just couldn't see it. But they're going to go for a field goal to cut the lead to 4. And it's good, so they cut the lead to 4. But now the question is, can they get it back? Can they get the ball back?
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Is the longest Rams TE who was injured in real life for the rest of the season due to a torn ACL. See, I wouldn't have guessed that.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off.
And, well, Indianapolis not going to take a chance. They'll just take the knee and go to the 25-yard line.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field.
Well, if you're Indianapolis, obviously you would want to get a score or something to make it much tougher for the Rams to either tie or exceed it. And if you're the Rams, you definitely want to get the ball back in hopes that you would take the lead.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
And 2nd and 5, and went out of bounds to stop the clock. Great catch there by Diamond Light.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Thanks, Brandon. 3 of the Tampa Bay players got suspended. Antonio Brown. Well, you know what? That doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't. They fake the handoff, and Elmeister is going for a big run, and he gets forced out of bounds. But wow, what a run there by Elmeister. He fooled everybody.
The keeper using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good.
I mean, what a run there by Elmeister.
Time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL.
But I'll tell you one thing, Joshua. The fact that you've gotten this close to the Super Bowl. That's how the white... Excuse me, Diamond Light? Anyway, that's the end of the 3rd quarter as we now go into the 4th, and it's very simple. If the Colts score a touchdown, this thing is over. That's how the white man runs the football. Also, hello to Joker. So Rams need a big stop somewhere.
First down. It's Taylor. He won't find a ton of space following the display.
So only a 2-yard gain there.
Just inside the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job
there. The longest yard.
Rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but
see, I wouldn't get that.
Made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get up
Steve Austin, yeah, I should have realized it was Steve Austin who would say that. And a nice catch by Diamond Light to get a first down and get to the 27.
16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively.
Well, I wouldn't celebrate too soon, Jamar, because again, anything could happen. The Rams could take it from out of nowhere and beat you guys, because that's what happened that's what happened between them and the Steelers, where the Steelers had the lead. They had everything in their favor, but a Hail Mary was what did them in, and they lost because of it. And they never could get it back. Now Elmeister. Nice catch there by Diamond Light. Diamond getting a couple of good catches and some yards. 5 receptions, 45 yards for Diamond Light.
Back to throw here.
Elmeister with another catch. This time to Greg Harris, a.k.a. Mythic Legends Wrestling. Elmeister just picking him apart.
This offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And Elmeister.
This is
Wow, what a catch by... Oh my gosh, what a catch by Greg Harris. Mythic Legends. For a moment, I thought Elmeister was going to get caught, but instead, they get to the 2, and now it's a 1st and goal. Yeah, not looking good for Los Angeles.
Toward wrapping this one up.
No foul apparently. Taylor. No, wait. Did he get in? He got in. Touchdown. Indianapolis, and this could ice it here. And for Joshua, what can I say? Elmeister had his game, and you had every reason to be concerned because of Elmeister and the way that he's able to get the ball to his guys. I mean, the Colts offensively have a three-headed monstrosity in a good way. If Elmeister is the body, then Jamar, Diamond Light, and Greg Harris are the heads. And they showed it.
Blankenship out for the point after.
All right, well, the extra point is good, but I will tell you this. The Rams have nothing to be ashamed of. They really don't.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
But they just went up against a great Indianapolis team that had Elmeister. And in fact, Elmeister was the guy that proved to be the difference. I mean, Elmeister, there was a reason why Elmeister was the first overall pick in the draft. Indianapolis needed a quarterback because the quarterback they had was good, but and not only that, they needed weapons. They didn't have the wide receivers that they got with Harris, Light, and Jamar Games. I mean, throw in Najee as a quarterback, and then you have a team that gets put over the top. And for Joshua, like I said, the Rams are not a bad team. But if they had a weakness, it probably was Stafford. Because as good as Stafford was in the game against Pittsburgh, and the fact that they were able to beat him on a Hail Mary type play speaks volumes. But for Indianapolis, they just needed the weapons, and they got them.
Stafford on 1st down.
Well, if Stafford and the rest of the Rams are going to make a run at this, they got to do it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard
But for Joshua,
line.
like I said, you did great to get as far as you did. I just don't want you to be too hard on yourself.
So it's Rams football here as we get
But yeah, certainly that pick six that Stafford threw, yeah, that really did not do you guys any favors. So at least you can at least you can point to Stafford for ruining it. So there you go. And also there's Crushing Kelly. Had a nice talk with Kelly behind the scenes. I don't want to say too much about it.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield.
Well,
and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. Here's Stafford.
Stafford. Nope, didn't quite get it.
Going to be incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Well, and for Indianapolis, they just want to finish off the Rams and put an end to it. But congratulations but I want to congratulate Joshua and the other Rams, as they did so well to make it to this point. And he's going to go for a Hail Mary type play. but it didn't work this time. Well defended by, of course, Najee.
That means it's just one last chance left.
So
and this has to
Najee
be
was
a
able to
first
do
down or a touchdown,
what
or this
none of the
game's over.
I can't even talk. Najee was able to do what none of the Pittsburgh Steelers were able to do against Deshaun Jackson, and that's cover him. Because had Najee not been able to do that, that would have been a oh no, nice catch there. Nice catch there by Koopa Kupp. But anyway, that was just an example of how valuable Najee is, because you need someone like Najee to break up the big plays that the opposing team is going to try to do. He was trying to throw it at Deshaun Jackson. Stafford can't throw it. Wait, fumbled.
Stafford puts it on the ground. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half.
Anyway,
Last thing they need.
the little ones look at
Now before
Jose.
the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Oh, well, it looks like they're going to see if it was a fumble, or was he down before he dropped it. Looks like his knee was down before he dropped it, so it's not a fumble, but it's a sack. Let's see. What did they say?
This is a tough one to overturn.
But yeah, great to see Kelly. Great to see you, Kelly. Okay, so it was a sack, so it's not a fumble.
So that one overturned.
And make that 2 sacks in a row. This time by Lewis. Tyquan Lewis.
My career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great
I like all
spot in this big
I
league,
like all
and they
these
know
reviews
they've
in
got to
Madden
throw the ball.
22. Makes it look
Pass
current.
rushers have to
Yeah, it
be
does.
salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
And intercepted, and by who else? Najee. And tackled by Deshaun Jackson, but an interception by Najee. And I think that's gonna stick a fork in this. This is over. What a defensive that nice interception there by Najee. Was able to jump over Higbee and make a play at it. Great catch there by Najee, Firefox number 22.
The Colts come to the line ready
And
to
that's
start
2
the
turnovers
next
for
drive.
Los Angeles, and that's a big reason why they are down. And well, he tackles him down, and that's the last couple of yards that Taylor's going to get, because time is up and it's over. So the Rams have been eliminated, and it's going to come down to the 2 low-seeded teams that came into the playoffs. The lowest seeded Indianapolis Colts
and they were spurred on by a
and the
strong
Tennessee
performance
Titans.
in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for
So-
the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish.
But yeah,
appreciate
GG's
from the time
indeed
you're playing Little
from
League
the
football
Rams
all the way up through,
to the
and they
Colts.
closed them out with a big
But I'm not
time
disappointed,
performance
though.
down the stretch.
I mean, of course, the defense was never really the problem for the Colts coming into this. Prior to the draft, they just needed a quarterback and weapons to throw to, and it's paid off.
This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.
Well, as far as when we'll have the Super Bowl, that's going to come down to it's going to come down to if I'm able to not this weekend, but the following weekend. It's going to come down to whether we'll have a Game 3 for the World Series, as that's another series I'm doing on MLB The Show. But let's take a look at some of the stats. First, we look at Matthew Stafford and Elmeister. So both guys finished under 100, but Elmeister was closer to 100. As both men had each had a touchdown, but Stafford's 2 interceptions were the ones that did him in. I'll get to that, Najee, in a moment. Rushing. So yeah, Taylor had a great, well, actually he only had 17 yards, but Elmeister had 44 yards on on 3 runs. So Elmeister was a big reason why they did so well. And Taylor had a touchdown to his name. Johnny Mund. So of course you also have Diamond Light who had 5 catches for 45 yards. Yeah, you'll be facing off against the Titans, absolutely. Greg Harris had 4 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown to go with it. Okay. And defensively, Kenny Young had an interception, but it was Darius Leonard who, in addition to 8 tackles, he had 1 interception for 51 interception return yards and a touchdown. And then, of course, we have Najee. Najee had an interception for 12 interception yards. No. Do you remember the Super Bowl against the 49ers in which the J Train won? Not to rub it in, I'm just saying. And I'm just looking to see. Oh, and Remnant only had 1 tackle. And, okay. Okay. All right, so that's going to end it for this game. I just wanted to showcase who did well. Okay. So here's what the matchup's going to look like. So yep. Very cool. All right, so this is what we have. It'll be the Colts against the Titans. And of course, the Super Bowl will be its own video, so we'll only have 1 game, but it's going to be its own video. And so for the Colts, you have Elmeister, Greg Harris, Diamond Light, and Jamar Games, as well as Najee, against Tennessee, which features Super Mario Under, the kicker, Jose Blanco, the strong safety, Wrong Button, the tight end, Brandon Cuevas as a right offensive tackle, and JT Price as a cornerback. Yeah, they both got upset victories, so I mean, who'd have thought that the 2 lowest seeds would make it? But that just goes to show how talented, this season has been. And it just comes down to the 2 teams that got to pick first in the draft and subsequently get the 2 bottom seeds. And what's up, Remnant Elementor? Remnant Elementor's been doing a great job with his streams on Twitch, and of course has also done some VODs from his Twitch onto YouTube. So if you missed a stream, you can always watch the VODs. Very good stuff, by the way. But anyway, great to see Remnant Elementor. And so yeah, that's what we have on tap. But I will say this, I am looking forward to the Super Bowl. I believe that's called video on demand. That's where you take something that was streamed on Twitch, and then you turn it into a video that then gets converted onto YouTube, and it was done on demand. So that's what a VOD is. So hopefully that answers your question on that one. But yeah. So how do I put this? Do take care of yourselves, and I will see you on Sunday for MLB The Show's World Series Game 2. If I'm correct, my latest Phoenix Wright episode shall appear in about 10 minutes. Yeah. You're welcome. And And then as far as Saturday is concerned, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I'll keep an eye out for it. But until then, this is the Blue Toad to Jew 22 signing off. Have a great day, everybody, and do stay safe. Peace and good vibes. Second to last episode. Okay. Yep. Oh yeah, I should also mention, while Elmeister has, while both Elmeister and Greg have won a Super Bowl before, everybody else hasn't. So someone's going to win their first Super Bowl. But until then, stay tuned. God bless, take care, and stay safe. Peace.